Hey everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Please press the thumbs up button, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate all of you and I'm looking forward to the dialogue. In today's video, I will be talking about training. I'll be talking about you as an individual, why you should get training. And then I want to talk about those who want to provide training or consulting. So let's talk about where I am right now in the world. I have completed in about a 2-month period 136 hours of training. This is training on de-escalation. I hate to use that word. I prefer the word of reducing the intensity training, tactical training, you name it, but 136 hours of training. A lot of you are complaining that I'm in security, I don't have money for training, or my employer doesn't provide training. I am in a family of 6. I live very close to paycheck by paycheck because of the numbers in my family. I'm the sole provider of income, and it's hard, guys. It really is. About more than half of my training every single year comes out of my own pocket. If you want training, you cannot depend on your employer. Now, if you work for a security company and your employer has a licensed training facility, that might be a place to work because they might offer some training for free or maybe at a reduced price. But those are the employers that I prefer to work for. But you are not going to get enough training with just from your employer. If you are, it's very rare. Tactical training. Many of you are saying, Sean, tactical training is restricted to law enforcement, and I'm going to disagree. I know a lot of the training is restricted to law enforcement, but not all of it. Justin Humphreys just uploaded an awesome video. He recently attended a course called Alert. I don't know exactly what it stands for, but I think it's spelled ALERTT. And this is a course that is provided by Texas State University. And Texas State University got a huge grant from the federal government to provide active shooter training, active shooter instructor training to federal agencies. Justin, who is from Tennessee, I think he traveled to Texas for this course. Attended it, and it looks like he's happy with it. I'll leave a link in the description box below, but he was kind enough to upload a video, and I really appreciate it. I actually learned a great deal from watching that video. And it was from a first-person point of view with a body camera. He had his body camera on. Anyhow, Justin is a security officer. He works, I think, I'm not too sure I'm allowed to say what kind of contract. I think he does mention a video, but I'm not too sure. But there's very important assets on that contract. Justin might get pissed off because I call him a security officer, but hey, his instructor said that if you work for this certain facility, you're considered a blank officer. So even the instructor called him an officer. So we're gonna call Justin an officer to piss him off from now on. Anyhow, he attended the course. Why can't you guys? Why can't you travel to Texas, travel to Arizona? If you want to travel to Arizona, I got a whole list of courses for you. You're not going to be happy with how much they cost, but there's courses. But you have to be willing to travel. Now, if you're telling me, Sean, I have absolutely no money, I can't even attend one tactical course out of the year because I have no money. Okay. Send me an email with your bank statement for the last 6 months. Send me a statement of your daily planner. What's your schedule like? I'll go through the bank statement. We'll see what things that we could cut from there. And I'll cut enough so that you could attend the class. It's possible, guys. If you're one of those YouTubers that say, not YouTubers, but one of the guys in the comments that say, oh, I have no money, I'm broke, there's no way, can't afford it, I get paid minimum wage, do that. Send me your bank statement, or your bank statements for the last 5 months. Send me your calendar. What do you have on a daily basis? And we'll talk. I will help you budget accordingly. You should be able to at least attend one class. Just do that, not for your company, but do it for yourself. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a social media review. I visited in person a company out of Santee, California, which is the San Diego area, called Citywide Protection Services Incorporated. I talked to Lucas, who's the vice president, and he said he's willing to invite me to one of the private ranges where they know the owner, and the owner allows the security company to go out there and do some tactical training. So I told them that I'll go there and I'll train, I don't remember if I said 5 or 10 of their officers, their most squared away officers. I'll train them in advanced firearm techniques. The only trade-off, I'm not asking for money, the only trade-off is you allow me to record the event so that I can get social media exposure to that. So we'll see if Lucas keeps his word. I'm sure he will, but that's what he told me. So I want to see if Lucas really does invite me to the range. And I'll follow up, Lucas, in 6 months. We'll see if you have your men and women ready. And I will teach them to the best of my abilities. By the way, if you're in the San Diego area and you're willing to come out, this area where this private range is at, it's at the borderline of Imperial County and San Diego County. I think it's near Campo, California, in the wilderness area. If you're willing to come down and help me record, that will be appreciated. I will give you a special shout out on camera with links to whatever it is you want me to link. I will also give you a shout out if maybe you want to be an instructor, a firearm instructor. I need help. Maybe you have some specialized experience in training. I will give you a shout out on your Instagram channel, your social media, your TikTok, whatever it is. I'll give you a shout out, give you that exposure in exchange for coming out and doing this for free with me. So I'm pitching that idea to Citywide Security Protection Services. Let's see if they bite on the bait. We'll see. You guys, being trained is your responsibility. It's not always your employer. Don't put it back on your employer. It should be on you. Okay, there's training out there. Justin Humphreys always says, hey, there's training. I would have to argue, yeah, you know what, there's training because you're in Tennessee, and there's a lot of places for citizens to train. But there's places in California. If you find a private vendor that caters to law enforcement, contact them and ask, hey, you know what, I'm in private security. This is the kind of assignments that I do. Can I attend one of your courses? Now, most of the time, they're going to want to see what additional training that you have, because they're not going to let anybody in. But just try. If it's a private vendor, they want media exposure, social media exposure, and they want your money as well. So a private company is more apt to allow you in. Okay, Primal Defense Group out of Escondido. 2 awesome guys that I've trained with in the past provided me my Red Dot instructor course, which is post-certified. Most of their courses, or at least half, they allow security in those courses, and they're in Escondido. They're pretty hefty on the price, but hey, they allow private security to get in. Those of you who want to get into the NRA law enforcement course, the 40-hour course, so that you can teach firearms to licensed security guards. Okay, I'm gonna give you a warning. If you think that you're gonna just show up and pass without any additional training or experience, you're gonna be wrong. The NRA Law Enforcement Division does not mess around. I have a buddy that attended the NRA Law Enforcement course, and him and 5 others were sent home with no refund at all. And that's because it took them too long to get the malfunctions done. There was some safety concerns. They're not used to operating in a training environment that is basically paramilitary, where instructions are sometimes barked at you, and your instructors already expect you to have intermediate knowledge of firearms abilities. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I might actually create a course. If you guys are willing to come out to the Imperial County, I might even do like a 1 or 2 day course to prepare you for that course. Okay. Hey, you guys who want to be instructors and consultants, somebody asked me, hey Sean, how do I go about becoming a consultant for security companies and train them in leadership abilities, or train them in leadership traits? What do I do? So I go to this person's YouTube channel, and they have no subscribers and no videos uploaded. If you want to provide consulting services, you need to have a YouTube video. Your client or clients are interviewing you every time you upload a video. They're doing that every single time. Does this person appear knowledgeable? Does this person appear humble? Does this person appear professional? They might take a chance with you if you have a good website and you have a good bio, but hey, just by watching you on camera, they're interviewing you all the time. So far, I've had 3 calls for people to hire me as their qualified manager, because this is 3 in the last 2 weeks. Every month I get 3, sometimes 5 people reach out to me. They want me to be their qualified manager. Unfortunately, I'm charging a hefty fee, charging $15,000 a month. I am not, and this is a part-time basis, maybe 1 day a week. And this is only a couple hours, maybe a day. I have to do that because if I don't, I'm going to get a lot of inquiries. And I value my time just like how you guys value your time. I know it's pricey. It sounds like it's a crazy amount, but there are companies out there that are willing to pay for that amount. And it requires a 6 month retainer of $15,000 times 6 months up front. And then after that, $15,000 thereafter a month. And this is good for 1 year. It's a 1 year agreement. So that's all I have. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what your training goals are. Make sure that you guys set short and simple training goals. If you want to attend 20 courses, that's great. But just let yourself know, or others know, in maybe videos or in your notes, what's your time frame. So for example, I expect to complete 2 courses of tactical courses, maybe first aid courses in a 12-month period. I mean, that's something that's reasonable, something doable. But if you're telling us that you're going to complete 20 courses in 1 year, that might not be obtainable. So make sure your goals are reasonable, they're obtainable goal. On my Instagram channel, by the way, connect with me on Instagram if you guys don't mind. I am on Instagram as the Firearms Trainer. It's common spelling, Firearms Trainer. On there, one day I posted my goals in a story, and I think I have 6 goals for this year. Ballistic shield instructor, 2-day course at the 6 Hour Academy in New Hampshire. I have to fly out for that one. I put down 2-day diversionary device instructor course, and then a less lethal instructor course. Both of those are 2 days each. I think I put some peer support courses for peer support counseling. Like, I want to actually provide the counseling. I put vehicle. There's a vehicle engagement course as well. I think the SWAT Academy was in there, which was a 2-week academy. And there might have been some other courses that I can't remember. Oh, I think it was a Glock armor course. I actually might be hosting the Glock armor course in my area. If you guys are interested, hit me up. I might be opening it up to civilians. When I say I mean the department who I work for. Our chief is pretty receptive to a lot of ideas I have, and I think he's willing to open it up to the general public. I think as long as you're a Glock, I think it's called a Glock performance member, I can't remember what the term is, you're able to attend that Glock course. I think one of my other goals were to be an AR-15 armorer. I'm not too sure, but all these goals are obtainable. So far, I actually obtained half of those goals. That's all I have. Take care, guys.